Good afternoon folks, 21st Century Caveman here. Hope everybody's well, hope everybody's happy. For a while now I've been thinking about purchasing a luxury wristwatch, but I've recently decided against it, and the reasons for that will actually form the basis of another video which will appear on my YouTube channel very shortly. In the meantime, however, I've actually purchased a couple of watches and I really can't make up my mind which one to go for. So I just thought I'd do a quick video actually, just showing you guys what I've decided to purchase, just to tell you a little bit about them and just to get some feedback from you guys as to which one you think I ought to go for. So without further ado, I'll reset the camera and I'll get back to you. Cheers. Right, okay guys, so these are the watches. As you can see, they're both Seiko, and you know, despite the fact that the models are virtually the same, well, basically the specification of each of the watches is exactly the same, however they've got different coloured dials. I like them both, they're absolutely beautiful, and I just couldn't decide which one to go for, so I thought, you know what, I'll just get both of them and have a look at them in the flesh, see what they're like, see what my preference is, and basically just make a decision. So here we go. These are the two watches. I'll just zoom in and give you a better look at them. Right, okay guys, so here we go. As you can see, these are both Seiko diving watches. The reference numbers are SKA369P1 and SKA371P1. Now the first thing I want to make absolutely clear is the fact that, you know, I'm not an expert on watches. I do love watches, and I follow a number of YouTube channels which specifically relate to watches. Okay, so anyway, this is the first one. I mean, these are absolutely gorgeous. They really are. They're extremely, you know, they're nice heavyweight watches. They've got a nice chunky design, and they're ideal for a bigger person such as myself. I mean, I'm 6'4", and you know, they do actually have a fair bit of heft to them, and they certainly have a nice wrist presence when you actually put things on. This is a particularly beautiful one. I'll just zoom in that for you. So as you can see, I mean, I'm sure you'd agree that this is a very handsome watch indeed. Okay, so they're both divers watches. They're water resistant up to 200 metres, which is 660 feet, and because they've got a high degree of water resistance, then obviously, you know, they're suitable for virtually any water sports, you know, unless you're doing something extreme. You know, for example, you wouldn't take it down the Mariana Trench and expect to come back to the surface and it still be working. Okay, now you will need to screw down the crown in order to make them completely water resistant. It has what you call a unidirectional bezel on it. Uni meaning that it will only go one way. And that's got a nice side clicking mechanism, and it really inspires confidence, and it's also, the bezel's very, very tight. I really like that. Now the thing about these watches is the fact that, and the reason I wanted one of these, and quite apart from the fact that it's different to the other watches I have, I mean, I wanted a steel bracelet. Okay, that's got a very nice steel bracelet. It's also got a particular type of clasp on this. It's a fold over clasp, and you know, it makes sure that it stays on your wrist very, very securely. This is what they call a Kinetic watch. And basically what that means is the fact that the action of, when you actually put it on your wrist, you know, the action of actually wearing the thing will actually, I believe it charges a capacitor. So basically, you know, the long and short of it is this watch will not need a battery, okay, which is obviously, you know, it's going to sort of like save you money in the long run, isn't it? I mean, what do you think? If you have the choice, which one would you go for? Time to